Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 9th team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football Receivers with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Welcome to the jungle. We got some games.
The Gators will put total leather and will get started.
We got everything you want.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17.
In the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. And everybody. That boy working with over here, man. That boy got a little bit of speed over here. That boy got a little bit of speed over here, y'all. He ain't got no takeoffs on him, motherfucker. So we in that nigga face. We in Cub face. Damn, that boy got speed at DB.
17 at return.
It's gonna be a game plan game. That boy got speed at the DB position.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Powers through the defender.
I swear, that's just the dumbest shit ever.
They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense.
Like, how do you run by the nigga?
You have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
I gotta take this nigga out of the game.
Wants to throw on second down. He's right on target. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact
too
the offense.
slow to be out there running route for me.
First 3rd down of this football game, incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. This crowd going to try to make life miserable.
Boy, back in the mid blitz.
Running back searching for a hole. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer. Getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. Line gets set, first down. Here's the give off the left side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Gators want to crank the tempo. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Gets it out fast. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Operating in the red zone here on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
I don't like that. My defense line though. Why the fuck we come out big?
Touchdowns and all that stuff. But putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house for the 6th to finish it. He'll start the return inside his 25. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops.
I got somebody right there that can return the ball, so it ain't no point in doing shit like that. He ain't no fumble either.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too.
Oh, you got to catch that block, right?
At a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They go to the ground. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Give to the running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Fast motion from the offense. But jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Now rolling to the left. And they corral him at the 2-yard line. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback.
We got a cheeser.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to pass, it's Stokes. The throw. Makes his connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do you do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down, 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. He's there to make the stop.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On the option. Now the toss. Across the 25, he's got room. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And how about that on third down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. Third down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt them. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Gators will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. It's caught downfield. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. On the move. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback gets the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. From the gun, give on the inside. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he sprints.
Why are you hitting him in the end zone, bro?
Gator.
The nigga got
And
stood
he's
up.
in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. College fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner is stopped. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll go to the ground. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the Hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
It's complete
Come
on
on,
the
brother.
right side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
It's reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on them.
Going for it all. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Florida. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. Discards a man. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Dropping back, it's Stokes. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
And the Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Kentucky. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. Two-possession game going for the onside kick here in the third. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A great spot to start this drive for the offense.
Get set, get set.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Gator. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions and making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell into the field.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores and fast. And he intercepts it. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida 35, Kentucky 14.
Okay, ready?
Offense working from the pistol. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Florida.
Bro, what the fuck are you
And
doing,
the pummeling
Fitz?
has started. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases,